Hello everyone, welcome to What's Trending in China. This week, Chinese social media is high on nationalism as the first high-level meeting between the Biden administration and Chinese officials began in Alaska last week. Before the meeting began, the American side has made its intentions clear that it was about to raise contentious issues such as Uyghurs, Hong Kong, Taiwan, cyber attack with Chinese officials. And Chinese officials accordingly were well prepared, and the response, their comments they made during this meeting had earned them a lot of support back home in China on Chinese social media. So their response was quite straightforward and quite blunt. They said that America has no position to talk from a position of strength to the Chinese side, and they should rather look into their own country where there have been a lot of cases of racial discriminations recently, and Chinese people don't buy Americans' argument. These comments have been really well received by Chinese people, and they have shown a lot of support to these comments, diplomat statements on social media. Not even on social media, the comments made by diplomats had made their way to e-commerce sites such as Taobao and Pinduoduo, where the merchandise that contain these slogans made by diplomats is being sold on e-commerce sites, and people are buying them and showing their support for the diplomats' words and the Chinese position in the talks with America. So some of these statements like Chinese people don't buy American argument, or America has no position to talk from a position of strength to China, and they should rather look towards their own country, have been really received well in Chinese social media. But the most well received was this picture that was put on by China Daily, in which there is a picture of 1901 China and 2021 China. This 1901 picture is after the Boxer Rebellion, when the Qing Emperor was forced to make a treaty with European powers unwillingly. As we can see in this picture, Chinese people are barely represented, but in 2021, they are giving a befitting reply to the Americans and are not being backing down even a bit. So this has gained a lot of support from Chinese people on Weibo and on e-commerce site, where people are buying the merchandise with the diplomats slogans. And this picture has received 1.86 million likes on Weibo, and the most well received comment on this picture is, "The world has not changed, but China has." So nationalism has really been high this week after the talks with Biden administration. The first high level talk with Biden administration began this week in front of media. It was a 1 hour meeting, and both the sides exchanged very blunt words, and the response of Chinese side is really well received by Chinese people back home.